was originally involved as the author, as part author of Play to Learn. I've been involved with the PES project for about 10 years now. And I looked at all the sort of resources across the world, saw what they had to offer, and then we made some decisions about which bits we liked, which bits were right for Wales, which bits fitted into our pattern, and we sort of tailor-made then, or I tailor-made the project to suit what we needed here in Wales. It's that initial building block that we'd like every child to pick up, so they've got all the skills necessary to make decisions later on in life, and that might be about healthy lifestyles. They might want to go cycling with the family, they might want to go walking, or it might be about playing rugby, playing badminton, playing golf. But there are a set of fundamental skills that give children access to that wide variety later, and we want children to have them as young as possible.
It's a project that we've been thinking about for quite some time in our local authority and linking with our leisure centre department, our leisure department. And so we were approached then by Sport Wales because of our interest. Actually, it's just exactly what I wanted. It's something that the schools have been talking about for some time. We're looking at, as a local authority, we're looking at multi-skills and children in a variety of skills that they can pull on and they can draw into.
The technical skills manual, which focuses on teaching individual skills, and that follows on from the Play to Learn pack. And then you've got two sets of cards, the green multi-skills cards, which are skills that can be taught across a variety of different sports, and then you've got skill-specific cards for things like netball and athletics.
The children have been using their hands as rackets, they've been using hockey sticks, they've been using tennis bats, they've been using balance boards, ladders, and they've been working more in small groups. I tried to explain to them why we were doing it and that we were developing their agility, their balance and their coordination to make them more rounded sports people. For example, we did shape shifting in one session, and I then tried to relate that back to the gameplay of netball, and I was really pleased at how they made those connections. You know, I asked them, where in the game of netball do you need to be balanced? And they mentioned when they were defending or if they were reaching out to get a ball. So they made those connections for themselves, which I thought was something that I hadn't considered.
Oh, they've really enjoyed it. They're a lot more motivated. I've had actually increased participation because lots of children previously they wouldn't come if it was hockey, or they wouldn't come if it was football, but because this is multi-skills and can be applied to anything, more children have actually come to the club.
This is getting away or taking away the more specific activities that you would do possibly in a rugby club, in a hockey club, and just breaking those skills that you would use in a sport-specific setting, but breaking it down so that it is more of a multi-skills and taking it back to basics and trying to develop that child that way, rather than introducing them to the sport-specific sort of side things first.
Give it a try. Go with what the children are coming up with. It's not going to do any harm. My girls particularly have enjoyed the experience, and I think they might learn something as well.
Hopefully long term we'll see the benefit of children playing sport at a higher standard, because ultimately that's what we're looking to achieve, is children going into sport specific activity or recreation, and also elite sports people. But hopefully through the developing skills for life in sport, that we will have children with a better core provision of the physical skills required.
The results of the pilot have been really pleasing. Biggest thing for me is that all the children really enjoyed it. Lots of people have said they've got increased numbers going to the sessions.
I think the results I've had and the enthusiasm from the children and the level of skill that they've developed, the depth of the skill that they've developed over that 6 weeks speaks for itself. I'd say give it a go, try it, see what results you get, see what the children's reaction are, and that speaks volumes, that speaks for itself.
If you're taking your child at the moment to, say, a local football session, then as a parent you might expect that child to be doing football. So we're going to have to work with the parents, work with the sports clubs, work with schools to say, yeah, that's still all great, but can they do it with their left hand? Can they do it with their right hand? Can they do it with their left foot? Can they do it with their eyes closed? Can they do it under pressure? Because that's the bit that's going to make them really skillful. And at the moment, we've got that happening in some places and not others, and we just want to make that consistent. So that's a long-term process.